This is such a silly pun. Pun. Good lord. Okay, it's the science one. Weakness, exhaustion, fatigue, but yeah, we know the science one. Plenty of options. Everyone who got their 7-star Invisible Woman having a grand old time there. Probably Medusa for this because Extinction Protocol makes me want to tear my hair out. Excuse me. Actually, we probably want to do that. Hey, Matt. Yes, I have the day off. I'm also just taking the week off, um, just to recharge. So you may see some streams at odd hours from me. Yeah, why not? Bring her along. See how it goes. I cannot wait for Luke to be buffed. Thanks, Matt. Hey, William. Weakness, exhaustion, fatigue is not really a weapon we've been using much offensively for a while. I guess I can play around with Ant-Man. He has a lot of those. And it doesn't really matter that much. Because when they fall off, you do fine. So I'll probably just make a point to play with Negs more. Let's do this. Hey, TC. Black hole. I haven't even looked at it yet, unknown, but I'm glad that that's going well. Yes, happy raid week indeed. I was legitimately thinking about taking my War Machine to rank 2 for raids because he did do pretty well last time. But then I pulled and duped Iron Man, and I think he's gonna be way ahead of Rhodey. Poor guy. As Miguel and BGs. High rank. My analysis of Miguel is not that he's bad in Battlegrounds, but I do think he's bad at punching up. If you have a big one, it's worth putting in your deck because he will get through the characters he answers fast enough. But he's not nearly quick enough, and his utility isn't, I think, quite good enough to put him in a deck as like a rank 4 if you're mostly using rank 5s. It's awesome, Matt. Huge congrats. That's the wrong Ultron. Hopefully that's addressed. It just says singular Ultron. How fortuitous. Hey, Stat. Yeah, I like War Machine quite a bit. I would have been perfectly happy not duping him a second time, but it did help me that first raids week. Nice, Blackle. I like hearing that. I have no idea how to use Ant-Man. This may literally be the first time I've used him since his buff. Bad. I'm misreading the lockout change for raids. Alliance Mate has Titania on war defense, but can't bring her to raids. It might be that, Kevin. The tech for that is very old and weird. It's very possible that that's what's happening. Take your time, Nick. There's still weeks left. I haven't seen anybody use Crossbones stat. That'd be interesting. Let me know how that goes. Maybe Black Hole. If it was recently enough, then Kip and I had already talked about him. Yeah, but does Crit Crusher not require you to stack crits? It just gives you the better stats. I suppose you at least get true damage, right? So yeah, I'm interested. I'm very interested how that works. I used War Machine last time, Jay, but I'm also going to be using Iron Man this time. Dang it, that's bad. Okay. Thanks for the help. For the foreseeable future, probably unknown. Like, it's not valuable to endgame players, but it's very difficult to get for endgame players. So I don't imagine us taking it out. No, Nick, I have not. I've done some rank ups for them, but I'm not in any rush. Hey, did I pick up anything from the Valentine's store? I did indeed. I recorded it. Maybe I should make a video, but I don't know. Like it's not the tenor of my channel, and so like my crystal openings don't do well either. And then I just wonder why I put them out. Got to wait a split second longer to put the slow on cooldown, but that worked well. Yeah, I'm willing to put it together, stat. I'll do something like that. We're also getting close enough to the next month that I should spend some time working ahead, make sure I have my spotlights ready. I was actually good about it this past month. It would be nice to be so again. I can. It's funny when you can just hear the writer for something having fun with it. Behind the felled forest of foes. Violent cloud. Oh, I spent more than that, Aiden. It is what it is. I did not dash back. That's fine. That is what it is. That's less fine. I know y'all can't know, but if you ever find yourself thinking, oh, it must be such a huge advantage that DLL gets to test things. He must be so much better at the game. Then think about this fight right here. Because while I can't elaborate on why, this is so much worse because I've tested things. Trust me, it freaking is. I just feel like I cannot get my bearings lately. That one was on me, I took a risk. I have no idea, Aiden. I haven't tested anything post changes. That's not what I said at all, Aiden. Try not to make too many assumptions when I say I can't share. The reason's pretty simple, TC. Sue isn't popular because she makes painfully obvious how far you are from greatness. Ouch. Not all champions make their skill caps obvious. So you can kind of tell yourself, I think I did pretty well. Sue makes it really, really clear if you mess up. No, but it's not just hard to play. Like, that's not it, right? That is explicitly not what I'm saying. There are a lot of characters that are hard to play but don't look hard to play, right? I've mentioned Killmonger before. But there are characters that are hard to play that make very obvious that they are hard to play. Her ceiling is super high, Brian. Like, I get it, TC. I pushed back because if your sarcasm makes someone else misunderstand me, then, like, I'm not being cool by just letting the sarcasm go. I'm now contributing to a misunderstanding. And I don't want to do that. Just to be clear there. Oh, you absolute jerk. I know I'm a little bit slower on reverse controls, but man, the speed with which this guy blocked after his combo enders. So annoying. Her floor is one of the highest in the game. I think you might be misusing that terminology, Aiden. I do not think Invisible Woman's floor is one of the highest in the game. Doom and Nick have some of the highest floors in the game. Hercules has one of the highest floors in the game. I don't think Sue is in the conversation. Why did I rank 3 Gamora? Did you see that fight? Gamora is insane. I don't really know what else to tell you there. Right, but that's not what a skill floor means, Aiden. At least it's not how it was explained to me. But oh, thank you. Or I may be remembering wrong, but like, hold on. Give me a sec to organize my thoughts because I was trying to do it while fighting there. No, you are right on what skill floor means. However, I would never ever use that term again without the word skill in it, right? Because when you're talking about the floor of something, you're talking about as low as they can go. And Sue's floor is to basically have no abilities. Right? If you're playing her poorly, there's almost nothing happening. So like the terminology difference here between skill floor and floor is massive. Viraj, it's a holiday. I'm sorry, but like not here for the complaining today. Go to the forums if you want to do that today. Hey, Silver. Dude, I can't do this. I think I'm gonna sidestep that one as well, TC. I'm on vacation. I'm really not interested in litigating whether my characters are too powerful or not. And honestly, even during normal days, I want you to know that when I do engage with that, it is asking capital of me. That is not my idea of a fun conversation. That's basically coming in and going like, "Hey bro, did you make a mistake?" And then did your employers or did your colleagues also make a mistake? Like it's I understand you're trying to have a discussion, but it's like it's just one of those discussions that is always going to be less fun for me. And I have it a lot because I want to offer clarity, but I also want to make clear what it's asking of me. Okay, Viraj, take care. Maybe I'm in a bit of a mood today, but like I'm here to stream and have fun. If you complain, I ask you not to, and you give me like attitude with an emoji, I don't need your energy. Okay, answering the question I was actually working on answering. So reverse controls. If you're having trouble practicing reverse controls, my my suggestion is break it down as much as possible. Work on one skill at a time, right? So start with something like Emma Frost because hers is just isolated. Okay, just when she throws specials, just fight Emma Frost and bait special one. Hers is just when she throws specials, those two inputs are reversed. Nothing else. Start there. Then work your way up to like the delirium path or something where they're always reversed and embrace that. Make sure that you know that your dash and your medium are just swapped and block full combos, bait out heavies, and make sure that you, when they throw a heavy, you dodge back, quote, the wrong way, and then punish with a medium, quote, the wrong way. That's how you build up the reflexes, right? Start there and just look at reversing one input at a time. As you get more used to that, the whole thing will feel a little more organic. Thanks, DC. I'm sure it'll come up again. Like, it's inevitable. Um, just trying to offer some clarity. Does Danny still work against Nick? There was a secondary bug. I think that one is fixed next build, Jackson. Decent Maestro counters. Let's see. I think Havoc works. I've seen people use Venom. I know there are others I'm just forgetting right now. I don't run into them all that much, but basically you just look at your roster, look at who you have, and just go, do I need abilities to activate on my basics? And do my specials do damage? Right? Those are kind of like the key components of somebody handling Maestro. And then from there, there are bonuses like, do I have energy resist, right? Yeah, Venom is great. I don't know, Brian. It's certainly possible. We all raised our eyebrows when the designer for that fight proposed it, the reverse controls on every action. But I only used a reverse controls immune once out of all of my runs, and it honestly wasn't that bad. I think the requirement for the intercept was the worst one for me. Worst one for me. Um, and in the context of that fight, having the extra combat power was super important. But overall, I'd say that overall I'd call it a successful experiment, and I could definitely see us doing it again. Yeah. Hey, Boris, how's it going? Welcome, Wolf. Yeah, he does very well. Bishop makes total sense because it's not your ability, or it's not your offensive abilities that you need to work with Bishop. It's your defensive ones. You need to gain the prowess, and then your specials do the damage. And he has energy resist. Yeah. Kushala is great, but he also had the original question was outside of Mystic. Gonna have a rank 3 Venom soon. Nice. He's awesome. That is a holdover, Aiden. It's yeah, that's mainly a holdover from the Battlegrounds meta where science attackers benefited from Wither on the opponent. It's definitely not his best. I don't mind it here. Yeah, good luck, Black Hole. What the frick? I guess I was just late on it. I forget if I answered this out loud or if I was just talking, but I do think it probably gives me a little bit more control Because I have found with negs that dexing sometimes puts me in a bad spot. It's been requested a lot, Jackson. It's not happening. I'm just gonna call that straight up. And every time this comes up, I know somebody hasn't heard the spiel before, so I do have to give the full thing. Apologies to the rest of you who've heard me say this. The reason is not because we're being greedy and we just want you to give us money, right? The thing is that it is literally bad game design for you to be able to practice whatever you want all of the time, right? It doesn't actually benefit the player base. That's exactly my point. It's not a coding problem, it is bad game design. If you can practice literally whatever fight you want, then now that is a requirement for being good at the game. Now everybody is practicing everything precisely, or they don't have time to, and the gap between those two groups of players greatly grows. There's already a gap between people who have more time and people who don't, right? That is one of the biggest investments that people like MSD and FinTech put into this game. They're very good, they're very smart, but they also put in a lot of practice. And one of the reasons that they're so good is that they are clever enough to make their practice closer to the real thing. And so they learn faster. This is something that I've picked up about both of them, right? They're very efficient in their practice. But they are at the very top of the game. If everyone can practice that efficiently, then if you don't, you're now behind. And so now the content has to be harder, because when we say something like, well, this is really hard, it's going to wreck people until they get used to it, basically all of those points become invalid. It's like, well, this is really hard, but people can just run into the danger room and practice it a million times before they go into it, and therefore it's fine. We can ship this as hard as we possibly need to make it. But then all of the people who don't have time to practice are just going to get wrecked all of the time. Every single part of the negative backlash to this recent Karina's challenge is dialed up to 100 if we put a practice mode like that in the game, because then that is just what everything becomes. I realize it sounds like I'm going doom and gloom here, but like I really want to make clear this is not us being greedy. This is not us being lazy with coding. This is like a fundamental game design problem where it is not good for the player base to have access to as much practice as they think they want. And I'm not going to argue this back and forth in the chat. I've made this point before. I just spent several minutes on it. Let it marinate. Think about it. Marinate, excuse me. Okay. I think I need to restart my app because that was ridiculous. No, just to respond to that, TC, because I get that is a fair question and that is a different question. I personally am in favor of the general population having access to something like the southern half of the CCP test map so that you do have better representations of different health pools. I think that's fine. But there's a reason that map has very, very simple defenders on it because I do not think that you should be able to customize whatever character you want on whatever node, whatever like health pool rotation you want. Because then it's still the same problem, just a little bit reduced. Right. Should have built a special one. And then it didn't convert because I was in the special one. Okay, Negs is actually a terrible matchup for Psycho Man. Today we have learned. My inputs are also dog water, but that is a different problem. Please work. Thank you. I'll take it. I'll just take the 7. I don't care. I don't know how to answer a question like that, Eddie. Are we ever going to do something again? Like, yeah, probably. It's hard to speculate on what a team of 10 individuals will do. That's just not true, Jackson. Like, you're not viewing it with enough nuance. It's not a binary system. Bro. Yeah. Without committing to anything, TC, I do think that there is room in the game for a large punching bag with better AI than Winter Soldier. I think that at minimum. we can all agree on. Whoops, that's fine. I'm not litigating this further, Jackson. Please drop it. And for the future, I respect that you asked to drop it, but here's a counter argument. Not it. My Lions mates are looking for raid ticket deals. You can literally buy them with units. I'm sorry, but like at least for now, that is kind of the point. The problem with that black hole is that when we run Summoner's Choice, we can just pull concepts from, like, we can pull art from the internet. There's very, very little artwork involved in doing that with existing characters. And then only later do we do concepts for the kits. If we were to do that with all originals, then that is 8 character sketches, 8 concept artists, then actually getting us artwork that we can put out there. We would have to think further into what their abilities are than we normally do. Like, it's way, way more work when we might not end up using some of them at all. So I would consider that a pretty hard sell, personally. What do you mean by search, Boris? I don't follow. Okay. I missed that earlier, Thanos, but like, congrats. Uh, what were you hoping for in me reading that? Sincere question. We talked about that earlier, TC. I've, like, it's there as a holdover to a recent meta, but also I do think it probably gives me more control, not less. Yeah. Thanks for getting that in. What do I enjoy most about the job? When characters first come out and people get excited. It is, at the end of the day, a creative endeavor. And while by far the worst thing about this job is the community, that also means that one of the best things about this job is the community, because creative works are meant to be shared. Oh, I have no idea, Aiden. From what I've heard, maintaining those dual target accounts was actually a lot more work than it sounded like. Kind of hard to fully imagine it, but from what I heard, it just wasn't worth it. Um, Especially not now that practice mode allows you to just work against your own 4 stars if you spend some time in the arena. Okay. I was just curious, Thanos, because normally when people are ask me to read their last question, it's like a or their last comment, it's a question, and so like there's a clear that I was just a little confused. Not a big deal. Hey Jacob, how's it going? Welcome, noob. Yeah, I think far and away the best stat focus for Negs is Block Prof. I don't think it's close. I've made very clear I don't enjoy discussions like that before, Jackson. So no, I'm not going to answer that. Whoops. I don't know why I thought that was going to be a heavy. I know you just want to know because that's why you ask a question, but I have also made clear that I don't like ranking my children. Period. And yeah, I have mentioned before that yes, I'm absolutely nervous. People are like, DLL doesn't miss. But there's always, whenever somebody says something like that, it's like DLL hasn't missed yet. Yeah, I'm absolutely nervous. We'll see. That is unfortunately a very large bug. It's probably already been reported. I am gonna scream about these freaking inputs. I will check on Slack. Bro! If streaming is doing this to me, I may just have to stop streaming. I know that's not fun, and I'm sorry. I'm so glad I'm not playing Battlegrounds right now. I would be screaming. Let me check Slack. Like I said, it's probably already there. Yep. Yeah, it's getting a lot of eyes. Yeah, I'm not going to devote energy to that. There are people on it. Block Prof on Gore. Gore I'd probably put either the default crit or special damage. I'm gonna scream. Just let me dash backwards when I try to. Hey, Vaughn, how's it going? Yeah, exactly, Jacob. I really don't appreciate the Broccoli 2.0 comments. I know it's meant as a compliment. but it doesn't make me feel better. That'd be cool to some people, Brian, but it would probably be a pretty astronomical server cost, right? Because right now that's not tracked. When certain people say that they know they were the first or whatever, it's because one employee goes and checks the logs manually and figures it out. For that to show on everybody's profiles or whatever for every champ, you would have to enable a bunch of tracking variables for every champion and store that data somewhere. I think the engineers would yell at you if you suggested it. I'm gonna have to stop streaming soon. I'm doing my best not to get upset, but nothing is working. And I already reset. I hope you're not here to complain, Thon. I'm on vacation this week, and I really don't want to go through that. See if I can parry in this fight. Nope! What was for lunch? I had a Cuban garlic rice bowl or whatever from Trader Joe's. It's good. Thank you for trying to take my mind off this. I appreciate it. Hi, nah. Dude. My inputs feel so bad because I don't think they're doing great in general, but also I said this before, so I can risk saying it again one more time very obliquely. Of the thing you and I have been playtesting, my brain just cannot switch. I'm getting destroyed. This also feels worse than normal though. Like I swear I'm seeing lag as they come in to hit me. I have no idea what you're talking about, Aiden. I told you not to guess. God, now there's a shocker? Ugh. This is not gonna go well. Thought Trader Joe's was a hardware store. It is funny. A lot of their setups are natural wood. Go. Like, look at this lag. It looks like this fight is in freaking 15 frames per second right here. Okay, I don't think it's just me. How did I get into the gaming industry? I applied. I'm sorry. I know that's not a helpful answer. But I had a very unorthodox. I had a very unorthodox entry into this industry. Aiden, if you do know, someone is in trouble. So I hope you don't. Whoop, that was a Hail Mary by accident. Yeah, no, I get you. Um, I don't think I can keep playing this game. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm absolutely going to lose my mind. Um, if y'all want to keep hanging out, I have another game that I can play on stream. I haven't set up this overlay yet with the game capture, so I'll have to figure some things out. But if y'all would like that and want to give me a minute, I can play with that. Hey, Chrome, how's it going? Nah, not King Arthur. Okay. Talk to you then, though. And will do. Okay, I took a look real quick now. Okay, let me see if I can pull this up. I think I need to set up the game to be windowed or yeah, windowed first. I think that did it, maybe? Nope. Oh, do that first. What happens if I turn it on? Does it work? No, it doesn't. Okay, give me a sec. I'll try the window. Just do it this way. Move this up a little bit. A little bit. Ah, okay, that should work. But it's still not here. Why is it not here? Okay, if I can't figure this out very quickly, I'm gonna have to drop out soon. Let me try going... No, because I did try the full screen. Is it in the wrong place, maybe? Just hold on. We'll try that. I'm gonna delete this. We're gonna create a new one. Okay. How does that work for y'all? I'll give this a shot for a little bit. Let me turn on the volume. Yeah.
It's so shiny here.
I would like more Realm of Champions characters, honestly. This looks familiar. It's based on Deep Rock Galactic, the extraction shooter, but they built a roguelike.
I'm a classy scout.
We're sending you in to take out a dreadnought. Get it done, Miner. We're all counting on you.
You mine just by moving, you kill bugs. Eventually the bugs get really ugly. And every time you level up,
It'll do.
you get to pick from an upgrade. So, when I say roguelike, think like incursions if you're not familiar with the genre. That's the idea.
It's a little extra special.
Okay, not that way. Still on pause screen? That makes no sense.
Locate the LZ and prep it.
Why are you still on the pause screen?
For landing.
That is wild. Okay, well that clearly did something. Let's make that a bit smaller. Okay, I see the cursor. We're spending time mining this stuff because assuming I survive this first round, it's gonna let me buy better weapons or better upgrades. See here.
Give me that.
Then you unlock additional weapons when you get to a high enough level. Hold on, I'm gonna wait just a sec
Tripod clear.
so that this hits them.
Stupids. I'm raring to try this out.
You can see up at the top, we got that drop pod there that happens once
Load up.
every level. It's level 5, so we get another new weapon.
Make way for the Slayer.
I'm a fan of the shotgun. I don't think we're going to be able to spend much time here. Yep, knew that was coming.
That's the one. Yeah, give me some sugar.
Game is called Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. Ooh, I don't know if I can get this.
Beat your back ass.
Worth it. The magnet gives you all of the XP on the whole map. The blue motes are experience. You need to level up because, as I explained, that gets you there we go, the elite spawned.
It's mine.
There they are. You get upgrades every time you level up, but it's also how you get extra weapons, which is really, really important as this starts to get more intense. This is still early access. It has some flaws. My main complaint is that the elite you need to kill is slower than the horde, then sometimes it just takes forever to kill them. Which becomes a specific problem. Oop, gotta get out of here. Because the longer it takes you to kill the elite, the stronger everything gets. That's why I'm kind of slowing down here to make sure we keep doing damage to it.
Alert! Threat level increasing.
See, there it is.
Oh, I got it!
Okay.
Objective completed, Miner. Get to the drop pod before it heads back to orbit.
This one suits me best.
Ouch.
Hatches shut, taking you to stage 2.
This works.
Yeah, exactly, TC. This one is single player only. The original game, Deep Rock Galactic, is a 4-person co-op where you complete missions. It's very similar to Lethal Company and Helldivers in some ways, both of which, in my opinion, ripped off the formula a little bit, but that's okay. There's room for all of them. It's a lot of fun. I love playing it. Let's go ahead and grab this. You can see this was the red mineral that we mined. This is gold. This is why they're so important. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the heal.
Why am I paying?
I don't know that that's worth the gold. I'm gonna gamble and try and get through the next level without spending it.
You have your objectives. Get it done, Miner.
And then these fancy minerals like this are important because as you unlock them, that's where the meta progression comes from. So like when you die in between each wave, you can give yourself better base stats, basically.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
What's interesting about this game is that it definitely reuses assets from the other game, because like all of these voice lines, not all of them, but most of the voice lines are very clearly just from the other game.
Objective completed.
Stuff of legends.
And when you level up your weapon enough, you get these overclocks, which are also kind of borrowed from the base game. Definitely taking Big Game Hunter, because you'll remember I said, like, sometimes it's hard to kill the elite because you keep shooting everything else. This helps a lot with that.
This is gonna change everything.
Nope. We unlocked the drop pod. I don't know where it is. There we go. Oh, this is not going to be quick.
This makes my whole life better.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
see these every day.
Blow up the big thing, please. Thank you.
Yeah, give me some sugar.
Kill it. Thank you.
On this, you freaking nature.
And now the elites.
Much better.
Level me up, please. Thank you. Have I played Lethal Company yet? I have not. Yeah, sorry. I think this is still early access on Steam. I have Deep Rock Galactic through Xbox Game Pass as well as Steam, so I imagine this will go to Xbox eventually. No idea about PlayStation. Still playing BG3. That's fair. Oh, I definitely do not talk to myself when it is just me. Yes, that is very much a streamer habit. Take care, TC.
It's calling to me.
That's very understandable. Ooh, pearls.
We got bugs, sign the likes of which I've never seen.
Kill it with fire, please. It's almost dead.
See you later.
Well done. Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived. Get there now. It will leave without you. Stage 2 completed. Taking you
I wish I could have
closer to
gotten some of the experience from the Elite itself, but I'll take this. We'll see. Okay, I'm glad we held on to
I
our
only
goal.
feel stronger. Feels like a brand new gun now. Nothing for me here. Let's try again. This one looks best. Gimme, gimme, gimme.
There's beasties to shoot and work to be done. Get to it, miner.
You want something done right? You gotta do it yourself. Gotta have it. Feeling much better now.
The longer I can lead him on a goose chase before connecting this, the better. Problem.
cyclone and triangulate your position so it can land.
This one's for Carl.
Oh god, it's on the other side.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be
Never getting to the landing pod.
Electric boomerangs, please.
Nope. Okay. I got greedy there.
Dwarves don't die easily.
Big swarm detected. Buggerman, get ready.
Yeah, there's no way we're clearing that.
Bingo!
There we go. That's what I was hoping for.
I'm clocking it to 11.
Oh, we're dead. I'm not getting through that.
Objective completed.
Tell my mate.
I got a little greedy.
See you later.
Here we go. Meta progression. Yep, better mining speed would have helped. Hey, Mandrux. Take care, Black Hole. Yeah, Madrox. My...
Crystalline Caverns, the Jewel of Hoxus. Hazard 1, please.
Let's try the gunner. My inputs were getting so bad, I just had to do something else.
Everything calibrated to perfection.
Ever read Dune? Yeah, I have read Dune.
Dreadnought goes, or we send in another dwarf. You'll be on your own in there. Make it count.
I rarely pick one of these. this out.
Supplies ready. Clean up the LZ. There we go. Prepare for impact.
This one looks best. Didn't see that coming, sucker. Ha ha ha.
How long does it take you to reload, dude? Okay. I got a little greedy there.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
I'll take incendiary grenade. That looks very helpful.
Feeling much better now. I killed the loot bug, and I'm not so proud about it. Hell yes!
Be carried. Start shooting, maybe? Okay. Thank you. There they are.
I want it!
There's things about the game that I keep reminding myself it's in early access. Because it's like did you see that? The grenade literally went over the cliff. Like, I think that one is calibrated to go too far from my limited experience with it.
Objective completed.
I'll take this one.
But, like, that's something that could very easily be fixed by a patch. So try not to
Bug sign the likes of which I've never seen.
judge these things too much. But, like, at the moment, I'm really wishing I'd taken the sniper instead. I'd be doing a lot more damage to the big guy.
The threat level just went up.
Instead of just shooting everything else.
I'm raring to try this out.
Yeah, it takes way too long to hit. The grenade has missed the elite every single time.
The bugs are getting worse.
I don't think I'm going to make it on this one because of that.
Threat level increasing.
Yeah, most times I've died, this has been some variation of it. where I just, like, it takes longer and longer and longer for me to kill the big guy because I'm shooting everything else. I have no control over it because
The threat level just went up.
you don't control who you shoot, you just build your weapons, right?
Can't hang around forever, Miner. These bugs aren't your friends.
Yep, I'm just in.
Alien.
Well done. Objective completed. Drop pod has
That's the
arrived.
upgrade I was
Get
looking
there now. It will leave without you.
And I don't mind fast enough to get away from this.
Time's ticking, Miner. Move it.
Tough choice.
Not gonna make it.
Out of time, Miner. You have my condolences.
Come back. There's still time.
Okay. I think that's about a half hour of that. I'll go ahead and call it there. And I'm probably going to go do something else for a little bit. But thank you all for hanging out, and I'll talk to you later. Take care, everyone.